Hey guys, Megan here. So for craft, I thought it'd be really awesome if we could do origami, and I have 3 different types of creatures that I want to show for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. So first things first, as you can see, this is a rectangle, and because a lot of us, including myself, don't have origami paper at home, we have to make our perfect square. So what we're going to do first is fold it into a triangle. And you want to be as precise as you can. The good news is the stuff that I picked allows there to be a little bit of not perfect edges, and that's okay. If you're like me and you're perfectionist, you're going to try your best, and you can go back with scissors and whatnot when you're done to try and get that perfect corner and edge. All right. And I'm gonna go back a little bit and try and get that corner. Okay. So as you can see, we now have a pretty decent square. And so what I'm gonna do is fold it again. And what's great is a lot of these folds, you do the same start and the same folds over and over. And so since we had to fold it in the first place to get a perfect square, we're actually gonna use that first fold in our creation. So after we do that, we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna fold it, what is this, like hamburger? Line up the edges. Open it back up, turn it, do it again. All right. So now you should have something that looks like this. Now, since how this looks like a square, we're gonna turn it so that it looks like a diamond. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in the edges to fold down. And then you're gonna take this part right here and kind of squish it on top and line it up with the corners. So it should look like this. And if you lift it up, you should see 2 little tails, and you want those on the bottom. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this flap and fold it in to the center line. What's great about origami is what you do to one side, you do to the other. And so it's really repetitive. Now you're gonna flip it over, do the same thing. Alright, so now you should have something that looks like this on both sides. Now you're going to take this little part of the triangle and fold it down a little bit. Don't have to do anything too hard. That's going to help us out in a fold in just a second. So now what you're going to do is you're going to open up these two flaps, and you should see a nice triangle in the center. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fold it up, and with that crease, you'll open it up like this, and you're going to push these edges in. Now it's going to not really want to go at first, but the more you smooth it out, it will. And you're going to fold it and fold it and fold it, and it kind of works itself out, which is pretty nice. You're just going to want to try and get it to a point as best you can. And you have like a nice kite looking shape. And now you're going to open up the flaps again on the other side and do the same thing. Oh no, it ripped a little bit. Alright. Okay. So now turn it this way, and you should have two long kite shapes. And you're going to fold it again. You're going to take the first flap and fold it in on itself to that middle point. Once again, what you do to one side, you do to the other. Alright, so now you should have two little legs and a body, and these are actually going to be the wings. So what we want to do now is take this and fold it in on itself. So you're going to take these, you're going to fold it in just like that. Kind of squish it down a little bit. Okay. And as you can see, this little line right here, you're going to fold this up to that line. And you should have something that looks like that. Now you're going to fold it in on itself one more time. So you're going to take these folds and you're going to push them together just like that. So you should have a shape that looks like that. Okay. Now we're going to take the wings and fold them down. And you can make them as close to the body, because right, this little triangle is right here is the body, or you can bring it as far down as you want to give it a really nice big wing. I like to fold it down pretty far because I like a really nice wing for them to be able to lean on when you're done. You should have something that looks like this. Now, this part is a little tricky, but it's once you can kind of feel the paper and it makes sense. You're going to want to pull this out a little bit and then kind of squish it back down. And do the same thing with the body. Squish it back down just so it's not so close to the top. Alright. And now you're going to take this little guy right here and you're going to bend him down, squish him a little bit, and form his head. Alright, and that is how you make a paper crane. Alright, so for this one, we're going to make a little frog, And when we're done, maybe like mix them with your parents or your siblings and your friends, and you can race them. I really like this one a lot. It's really fun and really simple, and is really quick. So what we're gonna do first is make a triangle, just like all the others. Open it back up. You're gonna turn it. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna match it up with this corner right here. Open it up and you should see you have an X. Now you're going to fold the X in half. So you're going to have this edge fold on this edge. Open it back up. And now you're going to bring it in together. Just like this. And have the top come down. You can fix the top a little bit. There we go. So now you should have a triangle. Now you're going to take this flap and flip it up. Take the other one, do the same thing on the other side, and flip it up. And these make your little arms. Now you're going to turn it, and you're going to pick up this piece right here and fold it. So you're kind of making like a little house. All right, and you should have something that's like this. Now you're going to take this long piece right here and fold it all the way up to the point. All right, and now you're going to take this edge and fold it back to this edge. And you've just created the legs. Now you should be able to see a nice clear Z of the body. Pull it out a little bit, set him down, and he jumps. And that's how you make a paper frog. All right, so this little guy is a little inflatable balloon bunny. And this is a little version. We're going to be making the bigger version, and once you get really good at it, you can make one as cute and small as this one. So we're going to do the same thing to make a perfect square and fold our paper into a triangle. And now we need to make one more fold into the diamond. Now you're going to bring it together and make a triangle. Push the other side in, like that, and fold it down. This part is a little tricky. You're gonna have to force it a little bit. When you're done, it should look like this, and the inside should look like this, with these being down. All right, next, we're gonna take this part right here and fold it up to the middle. And now we're gonna take the other side and do the exact same thing. She used to have something like this. Now I'm gonna turn it, and now this point right here is gonna go to the center line. Now you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Try and have them line up as best you can. All right, now you should have, oh, they're on this side. Now you should have two little flaps at the bottom. You're gonna take this right here and have it meet up with the edge right there. And what you just created were little pockets. So you can actually open this up. See the little pocket? And you're gonna take this flap right here and stick it into the pocket. Push it in as far as it'll go, and then smush it back down. And you're gonna have a little bit sticking out, and that's totally fine. It's normal. And you're gonna do the same thing with your other pocket and stick the flap inside. And now you should have something that looks like this. This is actually the body of the bunny underneath it. And now you should have something that kind of looks like a little bit of a jet or a plane to me. I don't know how to make airplanes, so I'm not the one that knows how to make those. So now what we're gonna do is have this edge here fold in to the middle. And do the same thing to the other side. Just like that. And now you're going to take these two flaps and you're going to fold it off to the side, just like that. These are the beginnings of the bunny's ears. So now we're going to make another fold, and we're going to fold this piece in on itself. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take it and bend it back to the center line of the body, just like that, so that it's kind of lined up in the same shape that you did to the underside, and do the same thing to the other side so that it meets in the middle, and smush it down. There we go. So my bunny ears overlap a little bit, that's all right. If you get really nice crisp folds in the beginning, that shouldn't be a problem. So now you have this right here. And if you look right here, if you can see, there's a little hole right here. Now I said this was inflatable, right? So I'm gonna do this off camera and try my best, but if not, I have one to show you guys. You're gonna blow into this little hole, and you're gonna give life into your little bunny rabbit. So let's see. All right. So here's what he looks like. This side looks pretty good. He looks pretty alive over here. He looks a little meh over here, and a really ugly face, so not my best. But let me show you guys a happy bunny. So here's what yours will look like. I gave this one a little face. Pretty cute, pretty cute. Has his little friend right here. So yeah, that is how you make an inflatable bunny. All right, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys did an amazing job with your creations. I'm sure if we can find a way to see them, upload them away, I would absolutely love to see it. And let's see if we can do some more together. All right. Have a great day, guys.